So I just want to say that out of all of the jokes that I saw about Donald Trump, this one in particular had me hollering.
Just one kiss. I know your nigga wanna take a lot of this. I always got the nigga begging for just one kiss. I know your nigga wanna take a lot of this. I always got the nigga begging for just one kiss. I know your nigga wanna take a lot of this.
Alright, now that song that you just heard is called Hypnotic, featuring Lady London. Thank you so much to her. It is off of my new album, my new project, whatever, called Sucker, alright? This is the album cover for it, which I edited myself, okay? That shit was hard as fuck, okay? So, I worked really hard for weeks on this. I hope that you enjoy it. It's really aggressive, it's really crazy, it's really sexy, it's really Halloween and spooky. So check it out. Link is in my description box. It's on all streaming platforms. I hope that you get your live. Comment with your favorite bars, your favorite song. Let me know what you think of it. I hope you enjoy it. I worked so hard on it. So yeah, let me know what you think. All right, so as you can imagine, we have a lot to discuss. I thought that I was gonna be able to sit my ass down, but apparently not. The headlines are crazy. So first we need to talk about this whole Melania thing, right? And it's important to talk about this because I feel like the timing of their other announcement ties into this shit, right? I honestly feel like these campaigns know that these secrets and these leaks are gonna happen, so they may have things locked and loaded and ready to go when these things come out. But this came out, this was coming from what's her name? Stephanie Winston Walkoff or something like that. I think she was like a former advisor for Melania, and you know, she was betrayed. I don't feel sorry for her ass. Like when you hook up with the Trumps, don't know what your ass expects. She was on with Rachel Maddox, like, oh, I didn't, you know, Melania, she was my friend. Like, okay, girl, you trusted the Trump. I don't care. But I'm very happy that she is leaking all that shit. The bombshells that came out was the fact that Melania was just like, oh, they say I'm complicit and I'm supporting him. The fact that, you know, their supporters really have a thing, a fetish for Christmas. Like you just, if you say happy holidays, they'll, you know, pass out. So then she drags the Christmas stuff. She's like, you know, I gotta do all this Christmas stuff. You know, I don't like doing this shit. Her aide, I guess her advisor's leaking this shit. Her former advisor leaking this shit to the press, leaking this shit to CNN. She wrote a book already, I guess. She said, who gives a fuck about these Christmas stuff and decorations, but I need to do it. I have no choice. And they said, oh, what about, she said, oh, they said, what about the children that are being separated in these cages? Oh, give me a fucking break. The headlines went absolutely nuts. Were they saying anything when Obama did that? She was saying that, you know, I can't change these things. It has to go through the law. I have no chance. And they don't do good stories on me. We try to send it out there and they don't do it. I could do it at Fox News, but I don't want to go to Fox. It was just all over the place. Now, it's not surprising to me. I feel like we all kind of knew that that's the type of person that Melania was. There's some people who are just like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for Melania. I'm like, I don't know how you can look at her actions and her words or whatever the fuck, or lack of actions, lack of words, and think that she's just in a situation where she just can't help herself. Like she's spouting off the same bullshit she has been for years. Don't feel sorry for her ass, but that bombshell shook the headlines, right? So then you have this other headline that's coming out that's saying that Trump and Melania both tested positive for COVID-19. Now, let me tell you something. It's the way that my immediate reaction was one of joy and passion. It was one of elation. It was one of rejuvenation. It was one of excitement, if you will. I had to think about it further, and now I don't really believe it. I would like to see what you guys think about it. I don't really believe it anymore, but at first, when the news first came out, I was like, yes, absolutely. I hope that he has some of the most uncomfortable symptoms ever. I want to hope something else, but I'm not, you know, don't want to get banned off of YouTube. I hope that he has the most uncomfortable symptoms ever. I hope they both do. I hope that the symptoms that he tried to convince his base didn't exist, you know what I mean? I hope that he experienced all of them. I was like, although I hope that he don't have no access to the same care and tools and masks and treatment that he tried to prevent other people from getting. It was very negligent or didn't care to give these people the necessities, especially the doctors and nurses and medical professionals, the things that they need. I hope that he experienced every trash thing that the people in this country suffered because of him and his shitty ass administration. So that was my first response. But now that I think about, you know, the Melania headline, all this other shit coming on, what's the easiest way to steal headlines back? What's also an easy way? I saw this tweet, somebody said, I don't know, they predicted this shit. They said Trump's October surprise will be the announcement of his quote unquote infection, fake but quite dramatic. This twist will blow Biden off the screens. The Trump COVID watch dominating every minute of every day. Then 14 days later, Trump will emerge 100% cured by hydroxychloroquine. So I'm just like, this could be another way to just spin some shit to say, oh yeah, girl, I had it, it's not that serious. Or to steal headlines. So I want to talk about two responses. There's some people on, I guess they consider themselves the left, who are just saying, we don't wish death on anybody. We don't wish misfortune or this virus on anybody. We got prayers up for Donald Trump. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I hope that if this is true, which I don't think it is, if it was true, I hope that suffering happens. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all not seeing the way this man didn't do shit as a virus ravaged the goddamn country? Bye. I don't care. I don't have no sympathy, empathy, pity, nothing like that. I hope it is the worst case that has ever been known to man. That's some of their problems. That's some of their problem. It's like, we don't stoop to their level. And I tweeted this. I'm like, okay, y'all say that y'all don't stoop down low to their level, but you keep getting slashed in the ankles, but you're gonna have to do some stupid. I heard somebody, a talking head on what we consider left side of the media, talking about, oh, well, girl, what if we postpone to give Trump more time to, what the fuck are y'all talking about? It's giving Scorpion and the Frog type of tease. That shit is corny. Now, that's one response to it. The right's response to this shit, I was wondering how they were gonna spin it. Look at this shit. China gave this virus to our president and our first lady. We must hold them accountable. I thought y'all told us that it was a hoax. I thought y'all said it wasn't real. So it's interesting how quickly these goalposts move. Y'all have no fucking brain cells. Then, I'm just gonna show you this. Miss Racist Barbie herself, taking not even 3 days apart from each other. Look at this shit. If you coming along and telling you, if places without mask mandates scare you, stay home. The rest of us will be free, open, and making a living. Now she's saying, oh, you'll defeat this virus, Trump, just like you defeat everything else. So I knew they were gonna spin it, but it was just interesting seeing just exactly how it was done. Hate that for all of us. Hate that for all of us. So me personally, maybe Trump may have gotten this virus a long time ago, months ago, and went through it and been done with it or whatever. I just don't think that they're telling the truth. I think that it's gonna have to be a casket for me to actually believe it. And that's just, it is what it is. I don't trust this administration at all. I think that this administration, this campaign is trying to take control of the narrative, especially after those Melania tapes dropped. So I don't know. I could be wrong, and that he could have it. And if he does, when I tell you, I'll be blowing kisses to y'all with somebody's ashes. And that's just it. Oh, it would just give me so much joy. So I wanted to talk quickly about this Savage Fenty show. And, I wish that my ass didn't have such a stand mentality in the past, because I said some horrible ass shit about Rihanna. Jeez. I think the way that she's literally revolutionizing fashion, the fashion industry, the fashion show is genius. It's just absolutely, it was gorgeous to watch. I think that is, if you're looking for examples of inclusion, to me, as far as I can see, this is what it's supposed to look like. It is what's supposed to be like. She has so many people out there. She had Shea Coulee and she killed it. Normani came out there looking like a goddamn bride. Okay, and I'm trying to get married. Big Sean fine ass up there. Bad Bunny's up there. Rosalia, Willow Smith, Lizzo, Rico Nasty. Chica was up there. If you were looking at that show, you will be able to see someone who looks like you, who you identify with. And I think that, like I said, is the whole purpose of inclusivity. And she does it effortlessly. It was done meticulously. It was just well put together. It was a well put together fucking show, period. The sets were beautiful. Everything was amazing. And Miss Rihanna came out there in down outfits and she looked good, period. And I was thinking about it. I was like, if she does not make another album in her whole life, I think she's found the area where she's super passionate. If that makes any sense. She's literally changing the game. If I was doing all this type of shit, legendary, game changing shit, I wouldn't want. It's like, okay, I made y'all host some albums, some bops, you better go bop to that old shit. It looks like, especially like when they were cutting in between the scenes and her talking, it seems like she's really in her zone. She's found her thing. And if I was her, I wouldn't want to stop that shit either. Well, I guess we can speed through some last topics before we close this video out. Lil Nas X said he working on the Call Me By Your Name video that he dropped a snippet to months ago, and it was really cool. So I can't wait to see what he's going to be working on it. This looks like he's been lifting some goddamn weights. I'm telling you that shit right now. Y'all have some discipline, cause the only exercise I'm doing is I'm dancing, okay? I might do some skating. I don't know how y'all do that weightlifting shit. I don't know. Y'all just don't have to deal with this, you know, very skinny, bone thin ass body, and you're gonna have to just call it a day. I'm tired. I'm tired looking at y'all before and after pics. I can only imagine the work. Whatever, that he said he doing that shit. Megan Thee Stallion came out with a new song. I would like to know what y'all think of it. I was expecting something a little different. It's still good, but I was expecting something a little more. She still gives it to me, but I don't know. I'm so interested in seeing her do something completely that will catch us like completely off guard. Does that make sense? I don't know. I want to hear what you think. It's no shade or anything. I just want to see her do something that is just gonna be like, oh shit, what the fuck? But it was good. It was good. She looked good in the video. She looked cute. I would still be twerking to it. I'll still be dancing to it. Young Thug is Young Thug. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think about that. And the last thing is this whole Jeffree Star thing. I saw that his boyfriend or whatever apparently stole from him, and there was this whole thing. It seemed like a stunt to me, especially when we all know that Jeffree Star is the type of person who would just call the police on somebody, especially a nigga. He would just call the police on your ass and be done with the situation, of course, and use it as a way to like one up your ass. Especially on social media, I don't see Jeffree Star passing up the opportunity to do that to somebody, right? So I just thought all that shit was a show, a stunt and a show, and then his boyfriend came on here and put this shit up. I was like, girl, are you serious? He paid me, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars to pretend to be his man, you know, so he can seem like he's not racist. I was like, okay, this seems like a stunt in a show. And lo and behold, this headline, Jeffree Star was accused of multiple instances of sexual assault, and paying $10,000 in hush money to accusers, but an attorney for Star denied all the allegations. So I'm just like, oh, okay, so he wanted something to steal the headlines. Is that why he was giving money out on the timeline? I don't know, child, but I don't put anything past that motherfucking seahorse, okay? Translucent as a seahorse. On that note, I hope that you all enjoy the weekend. I know it's been a whirlwind week. Make sure that you are going to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and checking it out. Make sure you're also streaming Sucka. I hope you all love it so much. I love you all so much. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.